Alright, so this is a tutorial on how to create CDA or Greensheet. First, you have to make sure that you have the major tools pulled up, like the eEdge website, dot loop, and have your notepad up. So this is the KW website or eEdge. Have it open. Have dot loop pulled up as well. So this is dot loop. And then your notepad ready. The purpose of the notepad is where you take note all the important details that you will need at the latter part of this recording or the latter part of creating CDA or green sheet. Now the first thing that you have to do is to deal with dot loop. You have to pull up dot loop and you need to check whether there's a CDA available or no. Now, if there's a CDA, send that CDA to the title company. But if CDA is not available, you have to submit the folders for review before creating the CDA in eEdge. So how to submit? All you need to do is to put a tick mark on the folders. Actually, I already submitted this one. So what you just have to do is to put a tick mark. If it doesn't work that way, all you need to do is just scroll up. On the right upper side, you'll see submit to review. The only thing I do this because I already know what's in those folders. But for those who are new in submitting, or if you don't know what's inside those folders, you might want to check it first before submitting. So there you go. I put a tick mark on both folders and then click on submit. Okay, and there you go. So at the top, you'll see folders has been submitted for review. So that means we're good and we can now proceed to create CDA in eEdge. Okay, so here's eEdge. Go to technology and then there's the drop down. Find green sheet. Here's green sheet. Click on it. Now you'll have the dashboard and you can go ahead and click on here to create a new green sheet. Just click on it. The default for the drop down, there will be two drop downs. So the first one will be no, I am not. And for the second one, is this a KW listing? Just click on no, it is not. Then remember you have those information in your notepad. You will need those information to complete the details in this screen. So first, it's asking for the title company email address. Let me just show you my notepad. So normally I go back and forth in dot loop to find these information, which makes it a little bit tedious. But the best would be to take note of all of it and then put it in a notepad, and from then you can go ahead and use it later. So this I can just copy the email address. I don't need to go to my email anymore to verify that because I already checked that before this video. Then executed date. This is always residential, by the way. You don't have to change it. Executed date would be, let's check the notepad and let's see what is it. Okay, so it's May 3rd for the executed date. If you don't know the information, you need to work side by side with the contract dot loop. It's either you check it via dot loop or you can go ahead and print it. If you print the contract and work on the contract that way, it's much faster than pulling up dot loop and then going back and forth. On my end, what I did is put it in the notepad instead. Alright, next is the closing date or the close date. For the closing date, always check the contract. And if you have it notated somewhere, then make sure you check it again just so that you will have the right information. So in this case, it's June 3rd. June 3rd, copy, there you go. Then put June 3rd there. Okay, now transaction. For the transaction, this one is a buyer sale. Class would be property. Property type would be resale. It's not always resale, but resale is the most common. Okay, now this time we need to type the address. So where is it? It should be somewhere in my notepad. There you go. So it's 707 Premier Place. So I want to put 707 here. And then for the street name, I have to put Premier Place. That's Preimier. Okay. Make sure it's correct. No punctuations, no extra letters. City would be City is Grapevine. Then state would be Texas, of course. Alright, it's asking for a postal code 76051. And then for the county, it's Tarrant. The only reason why I knew these information because I did check the contract. It's not that I memorize it. It's somewhere in my notepad. So there you go. So, oops, I had to pull it up again. Hold on. There you go. All right. Once it's done, you don't have to complete all the fields. Just those important fields. You'll know that it's important because you'll see an asterisk. Make sure you complete that one or else you will not be able to submit the CDA or the green sheet. Then you can go to the next section. Alright, so this time it's asking for the buyer's name. Let's see. I think I don't have it here. So that means I need to go to the... Yes, this will be fine. Buyer's name is Morgan Henderson. So I can go back to the green sheet. And it's Morgan Henderson. Alright. Seller's name. Aside from dot loop, the information is also available under closing parties and top producer. And the seller's name is Michael Fitzhugh. So just type it in. Just go back here. Then type Michael. Alright, that's complete. You can now proceed to the next section. Next section is agent detail. So if it's a buyer sale, then it will be Marcus and Cindy Creech. But if it's a seller, just have it under Marcus. So we need to fill this out. First, we need to fill out the part for Marcus. Under agent role, choose individual agent. Type would be buyer sale. And then agency would be buyer. Sales unit, that is 0.75. Then you're gonna hit the tab so that it will flow. Let's just put this somewhere here. Okay. And then agent commission split, that is somewhere here. It should be 100. So remove that one, change it to 100. And capped on royalty would be yes for Marcus. Charity will be all zeros. Alright. And then that's basically it for Marcus. You can now proceed to find Cindy Creech. Cindy Creech is a buyer agent, so you can go ahead and click on the search icon right here and just put the last name. Creech spells as Creech. Alright, there you go, Sydney Creech. And then hit on select. Alright, so it's the same thing. Choose individual agent for Sydney Creech. And then it's also buyer sale, buyer. But this sales unit would be 25. So that's 0.25. Commission split would be 70. Okay, it should be at the bottom. There you go. It's 70. And then capped on royalty would be no. For charity, it's also all zeros. Hold on. I think no. Okay, just a moment. So let me just make sure that it's clear. For buyer sale, it should be both Cindy and Marcus. So the first column will be Marcus. There was a little bit of confusion because I accidentally filled out the one that I already filled in earlier for Marcus. So what I'm trying to do now is to correct that error and just try to find Cindy Creech again. Sydney Creech, rather. Okay, so here we go. So second column, or agent B, find Cindy Creech again. And select. And then, so this is individual agent, and then buyer sale, and then buyer. Next would be 0.25. That makes it 1. 75 for Marcus and 25 for Sydney. Commission split 70%. Royalty cap or cap on royalty is no. Charities, all zeros. Okay, then you can go ahead and proceed to the next section. Just hit on next section. Now this one you don't really need to fill out. All you need to do is make sure that for recruiting it is no. And for the question, would this agent be a good fit for KW? That is a yes. And then proceed to the next section. This doesn't have any warranty. I already checked the contract, so you don't need to fill this out. But if there's a warranty on the contract or in the contract, make sure you indicate it on this field. But this time I can go ahead and just hit on next section and submit on submit to MCA. There you go. Submit Greensheet. Okay, there you go. The errors you enter. Sale price is required. Sale price is not valid format. Okay, commission type required. Okay, so that means I missed a field. I need to go back and then make sure that it's filled out. So let's go ahead and try to find what field is that. Or where is it really? Let's see. Okay, so I think I find it here. The next section is not buyer, but it is actually price commission. So you want to put the price of the property here. So it is 323. Copy it and then paste it there. And then click on percentage. And then for Marcus, I checked the contract. It's 3%. Then click on next section. And I believe we're complete there, so I can go ahead and try to hit on submit to MCA again. And let's see if it flows completely. If not, then I need to go back and then redo it. Okay, so this time I was able to submit the CDA. We already submitted the folder. We will just have to wait for the CDA itself and then send it to the title company. So this is about how to create a CDA or green sheet. If you have any questions, just email us. Thank you. Bye-bye.